just trying to see if there were any other games that were like Journey. Play it in my free time when I'm bored and just for fun. This game sounded really interesting with its description. Apparently, it's a game that delves into the world of two lives, both a human and a fox, and their stories intertwine. The human is talking about his family and his connections with his family, while you play as the fox and run around trying to look for her cubs. So I'm pretty interested to see what this game is all about. Plus, I thought the graphics looked really beautiful, and if it's anything like Journey's graphics, I know I'm gonna love it. I already love it. I think it's beautiful. And I also think that this is supposed to have a narrator to it, unlike Journey where it didn't have any speaking. I think that the human is supposed to narrate the story.
Are you awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Yeah, I'm awake. Sorry, I just can't sleep.
Are you thinking about him?
Yeah, a bit. You should get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
I don't know. It seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox on a snowy mountain, just looking confused and worried. Those eyes. I can't get those eyes out of my head. She was running in the windy snow, looking for something.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Well, if you're not going to sleep anyway, you should tell me. I want to hear.
All right.
Aww. I don't know what to push here.
So, not far from her home, she followed that path to something unexpected.
I think that's pretty cool. It's got a zoom mechanic in it, so you can zoom in or out. Oh, it goes out pretty far. I don't know if I can do anything else with the car.
She couldn't stay, though. She had to find her up.
The first tree. Yes, rain. Rain for the pup.
The fox looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree. It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
Oh my gosh, there's bunnies. Can I interact with the bunny? No, they run away. Oh, I guess I could have guessed. Kept going. What is this? I want to know. Oh, is it one of those items I'm supposed to find?
As a kid, did you ever do show and tell in your class?
Yeah, I think I only did it once, when I was in the 4th grade. You know how my life was around then. I wanted to show my class what helped pass the time and distracted me. So I brought a dozen paper cranes I had made. Bird and fly, embarrassingly enough.
Don't be embarrassed. Every kid wants to fly. For me, it was another toy from my dad, a wooden boat. I remember guarding it so carefully in my hands as I walked into class. When I sat down, a group of boys immediately made fun of it. They asked which trash can I found it in, or why an ugly log was my favorite toy. When I got up, I didn't even want to tell them my dad had carved it. I said it was a joke gift my friends had given me.
Kids can be so cruel.
Some of them are. I shouldn't have let them get to me, but it did. It's amazing we bounced back at all.
I like how this is kind of like an open world and you can just like run around wherever you like. For the most part, you don't have to follow the path, which is pretty nice.
Do you remember what my dad did for a living?
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
That's one way of putting it. If wood was a canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working a 50-hour week, even after his hands were more splinters than skin, he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys. That wooden train was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack, like my father.
I don't even know if I'm going the right way. Like I said, it seems like it's a pretty open world type of game, which is nice. But there's another light in that direction. I thought I just saw it this way. So far it seems like just a pretty simple game to just run around in, which I really like. And I like how there is a story. I like how there is a narrator trying to put me on the right path. Wasn't there another? Yeah, I don't exactly know what these little like do. Or maybe I am supposed to go that way. like you can just continually run around, or if there really is like a designated path that you're supposed to be on, because there is white snow that's kind of like a path, and then there's all of the plants everywhere. But I don't know if there is, like, I pretty much messed that up, I think. For the most part, seem to be doing okay in terms of running wherever I want. I haven't hit any roadblocks so far in that department. Alright, let's head this way. Is that more? No. Again, I'm not quite sure what the little lights do for the game. I know that he had mentioned that they were for like helping you find your path, but there also seem to be scattered in all kinds of different areas. So I'm not quite sure.
Usually those kids would leave me alone, but somehow they could tell I was different. They made fun of how far away I lived. They called my dad a sourdough. I was a blabbermouth as a kid, telling my dad stories I made up for hours. But after that show and tell, I didn't tell him much anymore. He didn't know exactly what was wrong, but his best guess was that the toys he carved weren't cool enough. He carved me a tank and tried to tell me what it was like to be in a real tank as a serviceman.
I didn't know your dad was in the military.
Yeah, in the army. The sad thing is that I'd pretty much forgotten until just now. There's so much I still don't know about him.
I'm sorry. He knows how much you love him. You're going to see him again soon and have some closure, I'm sure.
That's alright. To visit, see everything. So I'm guessing my next area is going to be over that way where that little light star is. I don't know if I get hurt. It doesn't look like it. A bunny! It just went away. Oh, I got a trophy. That's another thing, is I probably should have looked into the trophies to see what they were, so I could maybe have tried to get some of them. But I like running through a game first and experiencing it and trying to get a feel for the game. And if I get trophies along the way, I get trophies along the way. And then I can always go back and play the game again. It's not like it's going anywhere. And I can try and get trophies. That's what I did with Journey. I absolutely loved that game. I've got a couple videos of it, just me running around for fun. And I have one on my Twitch that is finding all of the trophies and doing a run through of that. Which, if you want to check it out, is twitch.tv/ZoroBaby, but it's ZoroBaby. No. I think it's BBY.
The older I got,
think that
the more I withdrew. I asked myself, why talk to anybody anyway? Why bother when I'm happy by myself? I started drawing a lot, mostly animals I saw in the woods by my home. I then imagined designing my own hideouts with things like TVs and pantries full of chips and cookies. I think that idea of leaving home and drawing blueprints started my career. I found a lot of solace in that.
I'm not surprised, but I did the same thing, you know? There's something special about having a place to call your own.
And now look at us. Well, if you count renting in an overpriced city.
It's as close as we can get for now.
Okay, yeah, so ZoroBby is my Twitch. Twitch.tv/ZoroBby. Pretty sure that when I went to sign up, the BABY was taken, so but that's alright, I'm still Zoro nonetheless. There's a car over here. Broken car. There's gonna be a trophy for collecting these late things. I guess that's the end of the first section. Oh, pretty. I'll go get that in a second. I'm gonna go get the little lights. Because knowing me, I'll get distracted. Oh, there's butterflies here. Oh, I missed it. It is kind of hard to like control the fox. The fox is very mobile, whereas the camera is kind of slow to move. And I can twist the fox a lot in the air. Like, that is the camera, but like the fox can do like a whole spin. It's crazy. The difference.
My
in
teenage years were
sensitivity.
full of sketching, angst, and trouble. I wasn't popular or unpopular. Maybe just forgettable. I guess that gave me a sense of freedom. So I hung out with crazy kids, doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue. We did it all. Put fireworks in mailboxes, hide roadkill in people's garages, break windows of the barber shop in Anchorage. My dad was furious, but he was so busy working he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
I think being an adult means there's no one to stop you making hard decisions. He had to make a living, and he couldn't be in two places at once.
Yeah, I realize that now. But at the time, I was sure he was more interested in growing his business than what was going on with me.
I keep missing. Oh, what the heck? Okay, can I have that, please? This is kind of bothering me. I mean, I like the game. It's definitely interesting. I'm not sure about the mechanics of it. It might just be because I'm kind of twitchy.
working another late night, and my friends were over, saying how bored they were and how they'd come all the way out to my house for nothing. One of them mentioned how that old, ugly beyond belief truck was still in the garage, and how we should take it for a spin. I was only 15, so I kind of fought it for a while. The next thing I knew, we were careening around the mountain path, rocks spitting onto the sides of the cliff, while my dad's cringeworthy bluegrass blared out the speakers. I drove while my friends were in the back of that yellow and purple truck, throwing beer bottles and trash at anything remotely interesting. It felt like I was soaring in the air with borrowed wings. But all good things have endings. A cop outside of Eagle River pulled us over after he saw us in a bottle rocket into someone's yard. What followed was a long night of talking to disappointed adults and feeling smaller than ever.
No idea what that is. But when I jump, it goes away. I think it turned into leaves. That's what I saw on the corner of my screen. I shouldn't have used it yet. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I guess that'll teach me, huh? Oh, it's still there. I wonder what it does. Makes me jump higher. That's really cool. I feel that one. I really like the music in this too. It's very calming. I'm gonna have to go that way. So let's go explore this way. Yeah, see, there's another window over there.
After he drove me home from the police station, I blew up at him, saying how I never wanted to be like him, how I was going to be someone and leave that hick icebox for good. He just looked forward at the road with tired eyes. I took out that bluegrass tape from the cassette deck and chucked it out the window. In my sage teenage wisdom, I thought I had proved the ultimate point, but my dad had a different idea. He slammed the brakes, slowly bowed his head while gripping the steering wheel, and finally looked at me. All he said, like it was a polite request, was, "Make this right." I sat there in silence, fuming, but I eventually got out and combed every square inch of the woods, muttering profanity after profanity. I found it 30 minutes later, near a small waterfall off the road. I went back to the truck, put the wet tape back in, and sure enough it worked. We didn't speak another word to each other the rest of the night.
Wow, I knew you were a crazy teenager, but...
It's hard to believe, isn't it? It surprises me too.
Oh, there's
It's
something
like I didn't really know who that kid was back then.
Oh, there's butterflies
I bet
right there.
my dad thought the same thing over and over. It's almost like he was saying, "Make this right," to himself, more than to me.
Oh, fuck. Can I do it from here? Probably not. Oh, there we go. So that must be the truck up there that he was describing. This one looks interesting. There's like a butterfly after you jump. Oh yeah, see, collecting. Oh, nope. I guess it doesn't work with a double jump. Which is there. So the trophy that I just got was for collecting 50 stars. Oh, I need a butterfly for this. Oh, I need all 3 butterflies? Okay. Wow, that's gonna be crazy. So I should probably start with the one up there because I don't have to jump to get to these others. Oh. Yeah, there's a light over there. I can actually climb that. So, I got the butterflies, just in case. Oh, that was cool. Yeah. Yeah, so this must be the truck that he was talking about in the story. It really is quite ugly. Okay, so let's go get... Excuse me, let's go get that butterfly. my gosh, there's so many butterflies. I wonder how many you can actually, like, collect. Like, I wonder what the max will be.
My friends would laugh about that night and talk about how crazy it was. And I laughed along, pretending it didn't bother me. But it did. I imagined my friends growing old in the bush, unable to find that thrill in those godforsaken ice fields. It's like those mountains were a literal wall, keeping me from leaving, where all I would have to look forward to are lumber yards and evening beers. I had to climb over. That was my only goal for a long time.
That was totally my fault. I didn't mean to run off the cliff. Oh well. That jump was pretty cool, so I don't mind seeing it again. I mean, I do mind. I would have liked to have just kept going. But, again, first time run. I think that's one of the things that I like the most about first time runs is that I just get to explore, because that's just the kind of gamer that I am. Oh my gosh, I can't stop yawning. I just woke up, so okay, let's try that again. Ready, and up. I love that. That's so cool. I love how they made it so that you can jump extra high. Oh, look at that. There's a light right at the bottom.
If there was some way I could take my love of drawing and turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down. I wanted to move to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska, but I hated the idea of it. It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years. I put so much energy into doing what others didn't expect of me. Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination is all that matters in the end. But then why am I awake? Why am I seeing this fox go on her journey? And why can't I stop thinking about my dad?
So there was like one little problem that I had with what he just said. He said that he would rather draw than cut down trees, but in order to draw, he has to have trees cut down. Like, I understand that he probably meant like the actual like action of cutting down trees. I just found it interesting that he's like, I'd rather draw than cut down trees. Well, the paper that you're drawing on, you know. Anyway, I think I'm gonna stop it for there, right there. Got to. Oh, look, there's like subtitles and everything. You know, and I can adjust the camera sensitivity. It helps if you actually go in and look at the settings. Again, I just woke up, so I was just excited to play this game. My boyfriend's usually sitting on the couch right next to me, so we usually like hear each other cross over in the background. So he's still asleep, so I figured why not try and stream and see how far I get. But I think I'm going to end it there. I like the story so far. I like the graphics the way they are, and now that I know I can adjust the camera sensitivity, I probably won't have as much of a problem with the actual gameplay, the controls. So, to anyone who is and or will be watching, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, feel free to give it a thumbs down. And if you'd like to say anything, just leave a message in the comments.